Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and if you clicked on this because you're wondering what a cane ninja is, stick around because I'll be sharing with you cane strategies that can save your life. Before we do that, a warm welcome to those of you who are here for the first time and faithful followers of the Cane Fist Way. Please go ahead and if you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself of that no-cost cane clarity call. An actual call where in less than 24 hours, we'll be on the phone with you discussing everything about how to get cane trained, discussing canes, and any questions you have regarding the cane culture. It's going to save you a lot of time, funds, and frustration so that you get it right from the onset. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're an experienced instructor. We love talking to you. We do it every day, all day. So the idea behind this, and the way that the reason I use that phrase, cane ninjas, because your goal in a self-protection situation is to leave that, and preferably unscathed. If I can talk my way out of something, not have to come into physical contact with anybody, that would be ideal. Now don't go anywhere, because we are going to make physical contact here, because this is when we cannot avoid the confrontation. We can't just get out of here. They're not letting you off the hook like that. You're actually going to need a skill set. And we're going to take a look. If we look at earth, wind, and fire, natural elements, this is not unique to ACSD, but the way we apply it with the tool may very well be. And that is, my point is that not every situation that you find yourself in requires or warrants the same response. If you only have one way to respond, you're going to find yourself limited. And I'm going to go ahead and trade this in for a drone. And Kiko's all padded up here, but if you take a look for, if every single time, if this is my buddy, okay, and I don't know, he's been drinking, or he's just out of sorts, out of whack, and I only have one way, and that's a Powershot Mode. I'm only trained to go with this tool in Powershot Mode and say, listen, man, I don't want any trouble. And he's, swinging punches, and you just go out to destroy him. That may not be what you want. Can you protect yourself without having to destroy? I am always, in what we talk about, what ACSD preaches, is not necessarily to destroy this human being, but to destroy the attack. And so, if you take a look at fire, there is a time. Think of fire as energy, right? If you got an inferno going on here, you don't go towards that. You move away. You can feel the heat. And if I see that he draws a tool, this is very serious. And so now that you're trained to do in ACSD, back off, and go. Yeah, that's go time. That's go time. And it doesn't necessarily have to have the tool for it to be go time. I may be protecting my family here. It's up close. Right, you have your ACB, and here comes bang, 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 and it's very explosive. Doesn't matter whether I have the cane or I don't have the cane, but everything in here that's very high energy, with combinations coming in circular, it's aggressive. I couldn't get out of here, and now I am going to overwhelm. Notice that it's never this, right? They're educated shots, but my response is very going towards it and overwhelming that way, because I have the tool, right? And so that's the mentality. The verbals also that come with that, they're not, hey man, listen, you're right. No, there's a set of verbals that come with, back off, get away, do it now. Boom, 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 boom. Here it comes. It's a fiery way of responding. But if that's the only way that you have, again, you're going to find yourself very limited here. There may be times where it just requires that I hold my spot and be very earthy-like. Think yourself as rooted there. Doesn't mean I can't move, but I'm going to hold my spot, and my verbals are going to be, listen, I'm sorry, I can't accommodate. I'm not going anywhere. Hey, you're in my seat. I'm already sitting down here with my family. Well, listen, I'm not going anywhere here. And so if this does escalate to the point I'm not going anywhere, so he puts his hand on the cane, but I can lock him up here. Right, and I have an opportunity to escalate or de-escalate. I'm going to hold my ground. I'm going to use a skill set that allows me, right, to just hold my ground here. It's not necessarily where I'm going to overwhelm. I'm talking to him. I'm trying to talk some sense into him. And you see this in different situations. He draws a firearm. And next thing you know, this is horrendous, right? Because now he's got this situation here. Is this going to be the time for me to go? Yeah, I don't think I can go fire there. You know, I don't think this is the time also to get really airy, which we'll look at. I have to hold my down, right, and become very earthy, rooted. I can't move around. The firearm, right, if you've heard me talk about this, your best bet is up close and personal. It's not out here. So the strategy that I use without having to put down this cane, you have to be able to deal with him here, right, at this level. And so you choose your strategy depending on that situation. There may be times, going back to the opener, where this is an individual that you see is clearly out of whack, and you don't want to hurt this guy. I mean, I'd rather not have to. I don't want to hurt anybody. But he chooses, you know, how he comes at me is going to influence my response, and also who I'm with and who I'm protecting. Come in here. We'll put that down. Right? So, he is with me. Right? It's over here. Can't see her in the camera. If I do something like this, but I don't really want to, right? And here he comes when he moves. Right? I'm going to be very airy if he, you know, decides to continue the response. Notice that I keep knocking out limbs. Not one of those shots was to the head. I'm trying to, you know, water this thing down. I want to get out of here. In this case, without it, if he goes with a big punch, you know, and I can just do this and get out, that would be super. All these strategies, by the way, have an empty hand application. All these applications, they have a translation to it. So if I'm dealing here with him and I didn't get to choose and throw a step in, occupy your space, and throw that spirited, you know, and I come in here, I'm able to just get out of there. It's like you're throwing a punch at the air. And so you're entangled now. The wind, it's like a wind, I'm not there for it. So fire, right? When you need to be explosive, there's a time and a place for that. There's a time when you have to stay solid, and you need a skill set that goes along with that. People don't talk about this. The verbals have to match. Listen, man, don't do that. You know what, you're right. I'm trying to create some distance here, and here he comes. That wind response, by the way, also, which usually includes a way of blending here, is what you would use if you're dealing with multiple attackers. Why? Because the minute he comes in and I do this half step, and notice he's getting hit, right? You say, well, how long is that going to keep up? Well, if I'm dealing with multiple assailants, that's 3 shots, right? And 1 to the head. If he comes in here, that 1 shot hits the arm, hits the head at the same time, and now I can deal with others here. If you were to use any one of the other 2 responses, if I'm dealing with him here, you got multiple assailants, and you just deal with this guy, the other 2 are going to get to you. You're giving him your back. If I try to be very solid here, that's not going to work, because while I'm dealing with one, and I come in here, that's great, but now I got the other ones here. The response there would be to deal here, right? And move. You're going to have to move in that more circular pattern. So each one of those has a different feel. They come with a set of verbals and a strategy and a mindset that comes with that. And so I know that may be new to you, those that are using it, but ACSD has curriculums that are specific. There's what we call specialty curriculums where you can learn more about this. We cover them. We tend to cover them in our immersion. The next one is coming up in September. And listen, that's fall cane immersion. And if you want to know if this would be a good fit for you, I want you to text fall 2022 to 305-745-7839, and let's have a conversation. That's where people come in right here to the headquarters, and we do the training hands-on for 4 days in a small group in an intimate setting. But the value then is really high. And just read the reviews. Don't take my word for it. Okay, but we love talking to you at the headquarters, 800-289-8188. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.